Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is shame. I'm doing a series of daily morning musings, and I'm using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these a few years ago, and the world has completely changed since then. So if I encounter anything that is out of date, I will interrupt myself and give you the most recent information. At the end, I will summarize the topic based on what's going on in the world today. I also have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. Shame. Oh, I don't want to write this article. Just the idea of it makes me uncomfortable. I put these ideas out into the world in the hopes of attracting clients, and I'm afraid that people will reject me if I present what I've experienced about this subject. However, when the topic arises, and in this case, 3 times in recent succession, it's obvious that the universe is prodding me to talk about it. Shame is the gift that keeps on giving. It permeates generations and society. It's also the blanket that blocks the light. It blocks one's own source energy and ability to create. Shame tells you that you are not okay. You're not lovable. You're not worthy. That your actions and your ideas are wrong. That you are less than what you truly are, which is a big fat lie, to put it less than poetically, because you are source energy. You are light. You are Buddha. You are a Christed being. You are at your very essence love. This playground that we call the world is a planet of possibilities and a planet of dichotomies. We come from an existence that is pure ecstatic energy to learn about manifesting through physical form, which involves density, effort, and emotions other than joy, time and space, good and bad, all of which does not exist in the non-physical spiritual realm. Spirit has no ethics, it has no good or bad, so whatever we create is a valuable learning experience, shame included. It occurred to me that shame is part of our spiritual merit badges. We have societal merit badges, which is the right house, the right spouse, the right job, the right car. And then we have spiritual merit badges based on our life experiences that have given us depth and helped us to grow. Often things that gives us spiritual merit badges have to do with the loss of social ones. And to those that are caught up in the pursuit of the social merit badges, spiritual ones are invisible. There's a tremendous amount of judgment attached to not having social merit badges and to going through the experience of gaining spiritual merit badges. And that's where shame comes in. I've struggled with shame a lot over my life. My first marriage revealed many deceptions that led us into a great deal of debt. And when I left, I lost everything, or so I thought then. Most notably, the house where my children were born. We live in an affluent area, and it's very difficult as a single parent struggling to make ends meet. This shame is quite small in comparison to others on my list of merit badges that I've accumulated in this lifetime. Some of it was gifted me by others. My father was abusive and adulterous, and yet was the prime bestower of shame in our family. His emotional and verbal abuse was so severe that psychiatrists recommended that I not live at home when I was 16. Some of my shame was created by my own choices and actions or non-actions. There have been times in my life where I've been on food stamps and I've had to go to the food bank to feed my growing boys. Poverty is steeped with shame. Shame causes one to work below the radar, which is not altogether a bad thing. Because of this inherent feeling of not knowing how to live in this world, I've made alternative choices in my life, which has stretched and grown me as an individual. Shame can be quite paralyzing. One feels unable to move forward in life and career, and it's difficult to make eye contact. It's painful to be seen. It's so hard to talk about, and yet the only way to de-energize it is to bring it to light. We have the ability to release shame and completely change our reality. It starts with becoming aware that there is only light and resistance to light. We can choose to be in alignment, that is, standing in the stream of well-being of this light, or not, realizing that it's not about anyone else. It's just you and you as consciousness, your source. You can let go of what the rest of society is projecting, what your government is doing, what people may be whispering. They're light too, and their resistance is totally up to them. When I bring my focus inward into my own light source, then it changes my vibration, which then changes what I'm emitting outward, and also what I'm attracting inward to my life. Suddenly, I'm no longer in situations that cause shame and no longer hanging out with people who judge. I can reframe my perception of reality and choose better feeling thoughts, which leads to an increase of serenity and even joy. This is the only way to change the world. Imagine the power of each of us emanating well-being, self-acceptance, and love. I started doing this consistently last summer, and it lifted me out of a period of mourning for a friend's death and a long-standing depression as well. My recent experiences with shame, certain people coming to my house when I really wish they hadn't seen where I lived, I've reframed as a gift to bring this issue to light, an opportunity to de-energize yet another deterrent to being on my path. I ask you to try this yourself. It doesn't have to take a lot of time or effort. It can simply be a matter of moment-to-moment choices. Catch yourself if your thoughts slide towards the negative and pick something slightly better feeling. Increase your spiritual practice or do anything that makes you feel better. Daily walk, viewing romances instead of action movies, turning to the comedy channel instead of CNN. Realize that you are a light yourself, a wondrous and lovely being that has chosen this body to play in this world of dichotomies. And you are at choice every moment how much fun you're going to experience while you are here. Try this consistently for the next couple weeks and see how it changes your world. And leave me a comment below when you do, because I love reading your comments. I just have to say that the more work I do on releasing shame increases my abundance because I'm able to be more visible, I'm able to show up and be seen, and therefore I'm able to receive more as well. And historically, shame has been used as a weapon and as a limiting aspect. And in fact, if you think about it, the concept of sin, which is where a lot of shame originates, is a misinterpretation of the word that Jesus used in the Bible. He spoke Aramaic, and the word he was using was an archery term that meant missing the mark. If you can see the difference between shooting an arrow and missing a mark versus sin, which could destroy your immortal soul, which doesn't make any sense. It's been a huge distortion over generations after generations as a way to control people. So when you can de-energize that out of your life, you truly are living in spiritual freedom. So if you like these videos, please share them with family and friends, and then also click the like button and subscribe, and that way you are telling YouTube to share this with more people and get this out to people who really need to see this. And if you'd like a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the skybox technique. It'll give you an expanded perspective of your life beyond the view of the shame lens. And if you'd like to have some manifestation techniques, Manifesting Money and Miracles is my self-study course where you can learn how to change the energy in your life to create more money, miracles, and manifestations. And if you'd like to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. There you can learn about my individual sessions where I take a look at the essence of who you are and what's going on in your life today. And I can answer any questions that you have, and it's recorded just for you. And if you want to learn how to do this yourself, Manifesting Money and Miracles is a good preparation for my coaching special where I work with you one-on-one and give you specially chosen consciousness techniques so that you can transform your life. You can find out more at my website, so go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.